What I like about watching Adam's game right now is all the shots look good. The thing about him, the putts is the glue that holds his game together, and when that's going good, he can make it from anywhere. He's a great scrambler. That's probably why he's doing so well in the woods.
I think Paul McBeth is the favorite in this event 5 years ago if the situation is the exact same. But I don't think in this day and age of disc golf that Paul McBeth has been the favorite for a while. And McBeth is going to have to do something really, really special to take one down tomorrow.
So AB goes 9 under, 9 under. If he goes another 9 under, he might not even get top 5. I really believe that. I think the scores are going to be absolutely mind-blowing tomorrow. The winds are going to be down and people are going to be racing.
No one walks away with wins. And we've said this so many times over the last 4 or 5 years. Calvin's making putts. Calvin's winning. He just throws it too clean off the tee, gives himself too many opportunities. We really like what we saw with his putt in round 2. It's so hard to call Waco. We've seen so many different types of champions. We saw the 2-round champion with Colton Montgomery. We saw the chase card champion with Kyle Klein.
And that's just Waco. I think people are getting better. You have to birdie or you're out.
Hello and welcome to the fantastic final front 9 of the 2025 Prodigy presents the Waco Annual Charity Open. We call it Waco. We're BigBarri commentary, bringing you the action from a calm championship Sunday, something that's pretty rare here in Central Texas, especially this time of year. Can't remember too many rounds at Waco where we have the scoring potential that we do today.
Yeah, and before we get started, I wanted to reach out to you listeners for a little help for my family. My sister wants to go get her son and bring him home, and she needs some help to do that. So if you feel kind enough, check out that screen and give him a little help. I appreciate it.
We'll be doing that. Well, going into the final round, we have a 2-shot lead for Calvin Heimburg over the likes of Paul McBeth, Adam Hammis, and 3 behind. Anthony Barela is on the lead card. 3 Discraft players trying to take down Calvin Heimburg, a man who, when we said this in the intro, and we've said it all week, when he is knocking down the C1 putts, probably the most dangerous player in the world.
Well, he's definitely the most consistent. Over the last however many years, he is the most consistent player that we've seen. He was breaking all kinds of records with his top 5 streak. Mm-hmm. He sneaks in a few wins here and there. It's a given. Is this going to be the one?
Right, and you got the dominant periods that Ricky Wysocki finds. He gets in that groove and he wins like 3 or 4 events in a row. But even he has the ebbs and flows. Yeah. Calvin's always there. Mm-hmm. And so far has not missed a putt inside the circle all week, and that is why he is in first place. And that is going to be another made putt. Now, I'm seeing the flags moving a little bit here. Looks like the wind is a little bit of a factor, but it's not going to be anything like what we saw yesterday.
No, this is a nice cool breeze compared to the last few days, but it's still a factor. It affects you more on the putting green for the time that you're taking, trying to get that nice read. This hole definitely one of the easier of the day.
You know McBeth is going to be hungry today. He is right there in position once again to take down another Elite Series. Is he going to be able to take down everyone on the field? We'll see.
Interesting seeing Adam's statistics right there. 64% fairways hit, and then in the 80s across the board right there. That's not saying that he's like playing great, which shows you one of my favorite things is it's a scoring game. It's not a putting game. It's not a hit the fairways game. Whoever can score the best.
Anthony Barela, another one of those guys who's just uber consistent.
Lawn darts.
Too easy. And this is something I imagine we'll see quite a bit today. Star frame on 1 coming. This is a day when players are on the course doing incredible things, including one Jake Mon, who actually ties the raw score McBeth shot in 2019 second round when McBeth shot his 18 under. It was a 49. And Jake Mon has already laid down a 15 under 49.
Which is absolutely bonkers. I would argue harder course with the new OB. Some of the wooded holes have definitely cleaned up a bit.
Spoiler alert, he's going to birdie 18. I didn't know that he hadn't quite finished, but I knew that they were kind of finishing. He was finishing his round right as these guys were getting into it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he gets that 15 under number, which is pretty amazing. But we were talking a little bit about it yesterday and thinking, what is it going to take to take down this title? What's the number in your head as we see the conditions for the day and what people are playing on the course?
It's got to be double digits. I mean, I said it kind of in the intro that even where AB's at, a 9 under ain't going to do nothing for you. And I still believe that. You got to get hot early. These ones that they're playing right now, these are really must-gets.
Yeah, must-get. I agree with you. There's just enough holes like hole 4, hole 9, hole, 12, that are just kind of tricky enough.
Yeah.
That those are the ones you want to say, okay, a par is okay here. But you certainly can't be missing shots like that. And Paul, oh no, not only does he miss his line way right, he actually finds OB after the kick.
Yeah, that was pulled.
Oh, goodness. Big mistake.
And it's so calm, Adam. A little shorter than he was yesterday, but still fantastic. I mean, from where him and Calvin are, that's a chip shot into the green.
It's almost shorter than a chip shot. It's almost an awkwardly short approach.
AB just going with the fairway driver. I miss the old days where he would go for this because
see it.
He can get it there. I practiced with him on hole 10, and he got it all the way to the hole on 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is that all you got?" And he said, "No, I had to tone back a little bit there."
Well, this shot's about 370. Don't ask me how I know. But McBeth has done well there, put himself pin high. Very calm demeanor on that approach.
I mean, this might be inside 200. Leaks it a little bit, though.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, you're right. It's not a crisp approach shot. You're going to need to make sure that you lock those down heading into the woods. Yeah, like that. That's crisp.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit long, but online, good pace. And in the end, they're about the same distance, but you can kind of tell that Calvin's was a little bit less committed.
I think it's funny. AB's farther than they are, and it looked like he did a little 2%er off the tee.
Zero effort into his throws, it appears. Kind of like classic Eagle McMahon forehand. And it's good work there. He's only going to lose a stroke, and that's important. Early kick OB, that could have been disastrous. And I feel like while these guys are cleaning up their putts, I do want to follow up on what I was saying about McBeth. Is he a favorite? 5 years ago, what I was saying about that is he had this Tiger Woods effect on the entire field. And everyone knew that he was the man, and it was so hard to get him off that throne that people started getting nervous and making careless mistakes at the end of the event, and then he just kind of would always sneak up and grab the title. And you're not quite seeing that same fear effect that really trickles down to the rest of the field the way that it used to happen all the time.
I totally agree. I hear what you're saying.
And it's not to say that I don't think that he has a great chance to win. He absolutely does. And I think he might be hungrier for the win than anyone else.
And I think I think once he does break through and get the other one, because he will, that's when the field better look up and be on high alert, because
Very well could be today.
absolutely, because once he gets it, you know, tiger tastes blood.
Mm-hmm.
They like the taste.
It's tasty.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm vegan.
You've been vegan since 2012. 3 par 3, 320. Oh, man. This is another one of those ones you got to get, though. There's an early round birdies. Got to give yourself a chance here. Going to see probably the backhand mini flex play for all the players on the card. No flex for Calvin, just straight at it.
I mean, dime.
Yeah.
That's one thing we could see today, you know? Somebody just get them all.
Just
It's one of those days.
blank the scorecard. Or is blanking the scorecard when you don't get any birdies?
I like it. You could do both, yeah.
Okay.
Needs to just miss the guardian.
Yeah, just you knew it was right on line with them the whole way. Good looking line, just needed to put a little more effort into it.
Yeah, a little trickier today because you're throwing that same shot the last 2 days. Probably the same power, probably the same angle. But today, you're not getting the push. So you have to make the correction. I think the other 3 guys did. And maybe just comes up a little short.
That was a classy shot from McBeth. We're going to see that one once again.
Great crowd that came out here. That was a really nice shot.
Truly. Waco is always bringing in such a great crowd and coming all around the Texas area to come see top players in the world tackle the beast.
Ooh,
plenty of
so high.
Yeah.
I
think that's Camatrix.
Yeah, he might have been farther than we thought.
I think it was a little bit farther, and also the camera was below his footing, and so it appeared like he sent it way, way higher than I think he actually did.
Yeah, right away I thought he made it. I was like, oh, yeah.
It's a good-looking putt.
Then it almost hit the dirt. You're like, wait, what?
It hit the T in OTB. It's not even close. No, it wasn't a bad putt at all. I think from that distance, the last thing you want to do is send a screamer at the chains and find yourself putting back for your par at 30 feet. Overall, decent start for our card.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody's really on pace. It's when you get into these little woodsies for big-time birdie.
I've been really struggling with connection. Yes, connecting can be so difficult, especially in your case, as it's with an audience and not just one person.
Exactly.
Have you tried telling them about Infinite's inventory?
All the time. 100,000 discs.
Right.
Biggest online retailer.
Well, what if you told them something about yourself? Maybe a confession.
What do you mean?
Isn't it true that you faked the ace that you posted in that snow video recently?
I did, but what does that have to do with the whole connection? We got the confession.
what's
Lemonade,
going on?
lemonade.
Hey, stop!
Get him. What are you doing? Hey!
I love my jab.
So I was talking about hole 4 because yesterday we see Chris Dickerson take a big-time number. Perfect scenario for what we're about to see. Pressure's up. These guys know it. Hit the gap. If Calvin hits the gap, it's really the only hole for a while where you can really apply that pressure, I think.
And I would suggest, I don't think the wind had anything to do with Chris's big number yesterday.
No.
That can happen on any
100%.
round.
Yeah, and that's not what, opens the door.
Fortunate to kick back into the fairway, and par scramble very much still on the table, but it's going to take something extraordinary to get a birdie look from back there for Calvin. This is pretty prime right here.
Great shot.
And even the little rollout, that's exactly what Adam wants for his approach.
Yeah, I think a course like this opens up the opportunity for little tiny.
Oh, come on.
Lucky ducky. For little tiny moments, and this is one of those holes.
Uh-huh.
Everything else, pretty easy. Hole 1, brainless. Hole 2, brainless. Hole 3, kind of a shot shaper.
So clean right there for AB.
But this is 1.
Yep.
And Calvin's probably going to par. Not the worst shot ever. Didn't put him in a horrible position.
Yeah.
He might even get a look.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going high speed, he could get a flare if he really wanted to get saucy with it.
No.
Just around the corner. I think it's funny. McBeth is going to walk up and his disc is going to be pretty much exactly where he wants it. He's going to have no clue how fortunate he was to get exactly in that position.
Heavy on the hyzer.
Heavy on the high as well.
I think he misses there, and he's going to need a little help to stay up on top.
Yeah, that was a very surprising miss from Adam. That's one of his preferred shot shapes. Meanwhile, AB's touch is just exquisite.
Touch of class.
It really is. This approach shot is so frustrating when you have a drive like this in this position. It's perfect, pretty much. And you have to be so dialed because that one lone tree really makes you pick a tough decision. It's either side, that big tree on the left is tricky. And then you have the early side, the early right side, now gobble you up like it did with Chris yesterday. He ended up taking a 7.
Adam hangs on. Maybe a good little route there.
And Calvin will take his first par of the round. Nothing wrong with that on 4. Oh. You cannot be doing that. This is longer than the first putt.
Not something you see every day.
No, and oh goodness. I mean, you missed the first one, all of a sudden you're questioning whether or not
you're good anymore.
Yeah, am I good? I birdied the first 3, but all of a sudden, I don't know.
And McBeth taking the birdie. Now all of a sudden his start not so bad.
Exactly. Yeah, this is
right
like
on pace.
When you get either 4, 9, 12, or a few other tougher par 4s, it does make up for the ones that you feel like you got to get. Like hole 2 in the calm is just it's a score you got to get a 3.
Yep.
And that's it. Up to 5 with Simon, who has the same start as Calvin. And just what hole 5 always does, filters to the basket. We'll see if there will be some scares from Chase Card today. Chase Card is such a good position in events like this where everyone's so tight.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the same pressure, and they get to set the mark.
Well, I mean, look at what Jake did. 15 under shows you what's possible out here. That means it's going to be tight. There's going to be more people who get to that 10 to 12 mark, which when you get to that mark, what you do is you apply pressure on the cards ahead of you.
I hope Jake took a screenshot of his name at the top of the leaderboard, because by the end of the day, he'll be lucky to stay in the top 20 with the way that people are going to be shooting today. Which is just a shame. When you shoot a heat around like that, you love for it to just leave you at the top, but that's not going to be the case here at Waco.
Beautiful. Almost exactly like Simon's.
Wow. Almost a carbon copy, right?
Mm-hmm. Those old school shots, you know.
I mean, it is. This course has a very old school feel to it. And that's one of the reasons I think so many players like coming back here year after year, is that we have so many courses that just seem like the future of disc golf in a way.
Yeah.
Where we're heading, more spectators, more open. And there's obviously a lot of controversy around that, but this course doesn't feel that way. It feels nice and familiar.
Needs a lot of help. Doesn't get up there. Yeah, I feel like there should always be a place for courses like this. It's a different feeling when you play the tournament. It was Adam lines up the sidearm. He needs to get up the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, circle's edge.
Yep.
Needs to make that after the air ball.
Just gonna say the same point. Yeah, this is a little gut check time.
But with courses like this, it's a different feeling of having to go low with these little shots.
Different pressure for sure. Calvin, an awkward one. Yeah, wow. Goes hyzer around the tree. Surprised, I'm sure, that his disc actually ended left of the basket.
I really feel like this is a must make for him.
Yes,
Okay.
solid. Yeah, that's dead center. Okay.
He's fine.
Yeah, and that didn't look like a nervous make. That was a perfect Adam Hammis putt. So good to see there for him. AB, that was not a typical AB putt, not the AB that we've gotten used to seeing over the last 2 seasons.
Now he's got. Oh no, this is
Yeah, it's happening.
chipping.
You know, I apologize for talking over AB's tee shot or after he threw, because there was some body English. He didn't look like he liked his tee shot, but the result was fine.
Right.
And we've talked about this in the past, how that moment after you throw, whether you like your shot or you accept it, or if you outwardly don't like it, it can lead into how you feel when you go up to your putt. And I think that maybe had something to do with AB missing that putt. I don't think he thought he was going to be that close.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good observation. All right, let's play the Jake Mon game. All right, now he's in 4th. He was in 3rd.
This is going to be a slippery slope for Jake Mon. It's going to get real slick here.
Well, he deserves it.
No, for sure. I mean, a career round. I mean,
Crazy round.
1080 plus rated round. Final round. That's how you want to close it out. Heading to the next tournament with some momentum.
All right, we got a little par 3 here, 267. Slight turnover with a putter. Drift down the hill, slam on the brakes. Sidearm can get a little squirrely, get into those bushes, but I mean, this is just hit the gap, and he should get paid off.
Early turn. Doesn't like it. Doesn't get away with it.
Yeah, shouldn't like it. Adam cleans up the bogey with a birdie. This would be a nice...
How many years has he thrown that same disc on this hole?
Well, he's really testing the putter.
He is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man, has he got good with that.
Did you hear about the scores they were shooting at their Luna round that they do?
Yeah.
I think McBeth shot 14 down. I'm sure many of you are probably familiar with this, but AB and McBeth usually bring on a guest, or they just play against each other on the FPO layout at the tour events with just Lunas. And I think McBeth shot 14 under.
Ooh, Calvin finds the tree.
Okay, so first 3, everything's good. Next 3,
Not so good.
not so good.
Not bad.
Yeah, but you don't...
You got to get birdies now.
You got to get some birdies. You can't be missing 5 and 6.
No.
Beth giving it a valiant effort. Low ceiling going downhill. Try to put a little nose up momentum on it. Yep. Right
Got
on
it.
line. Just high enough to get over the rim and in. And Adam is still without a par through 6.
This one gets you. I wonder how many people got it every round. It's a tough one to get every round.
You know how I know that I didn't get it during the second round? Because I only had 1, 2, and it was hole 9. The whole round.
That's a crazy statistic.
That's the first time anyone's ever done that.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's sliding. Jake, hold on.
Hey, aren't you Anthony Barela?
Yes, sir. Try out this Venom.
Thanks, man. Hey, hurry up, man. You're taking forever.
Sorry, man. No 30-second rule here. What about that 100% off player discount?
Hole 7. We've seen Nathan Queen break this hole down perfectly. First 2 rounds going eagle, eagle. It is a mid-range shot for most players to just get out the gap, set yourself up for just a pretty easy checkup approach shot. But the 2 potential lies with the forehand for any of the guys here. AB's got it, Anthony's got it. I think McBeth's got it too, but I think he likes the 3 more than he likes the chances of going at the 2. This is so pure. Oh.
He go deep of the bucket?
Paul, that's the best shot I think I've ever seen on hole 7.
Holy moly. Oh, we get this? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so lots to unpack here. See how he trusts the straight shot into the bush line,
Yeah.
knowing that the break only needs to be subtle to get the shape that you need. That is perfect execution. AB's going to try to follow that line. And the early release looked like it may have moved left, which is really fortunate.
Surprised that Paul goes back in here. He has the distance.
He does. But I played a practice round with him here, and he says, I bet you I get a 3 on this more times than you get a 2. And more times than you get. You're going to take 4s and 2 every, 10 rounds?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get a 3 every round. So the math checks out.
Long ways in for Calvin. Looks pretty leaky. Might be a look, but
yeah.
it's one of those sidearm or
It just depends. Sometimes
spinny putt, yeah.
they stay on the hillside and you've got little leaky looks. Really good break for AB, honestly, just to even have a swing at it. Same thing with AB here. It's going to be a matter of does he have a look or is it just going to be a really frustrating 25-foot layup? So McBeth knocking on the door of going 5 under through the first 7. He's already in the door. He's not knocking anymore.
Oh, wide open. Which means AB's closer.
And just over the rim, keeping the perfect C1 statistics going. Great putt for Calvin. Needed that one. AB walking away with birdie with that tee shot.
Kind of a little crazy. But they're going to both lose one to Adam here.
Yeah.
I just saw where his disc is. Look at this.
He's absolutely parked. I mean, might as well just mark that as a bullseye.
I think it is, yeah.
That's the best drive you're ever going to see in this hole. A lot of times the drive will have that shape, have the forward momentum to get down there, hit those steps, and it'll stay 25. Maybe it'll roll down to the bottom of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
But to get to the top like that, that is just next level. There were 6 total eagles. Robert Burridge, Andrew Marweed from 16 feet, Raven Newsom, Luke Taylor, and Rasmus Salkaripi.
Mm-hmm. Man, that would have been cool to see Nathan get it again.
No kidding, 6 down. We've seen a few people
Yeah.
do crazy stuff like that in the past. I think of Corey Ellis on hole 15 at D-Glow, getting a 3 on that hole when it was first redesigned to that 900-footer.
That's right, yeah.
To me, I think he went 3-3-3. and they call it a birdie, but it was like everyone knew it was an eagle.
Yep. Okay, shortest hole in the course. Adam has good memories here. That's not a good memory.
No.
But he got the 2 on the last hole, so.
And he still is without a par and has 3 different colors on his scorecard. McBeth's going to need a lot of slide. Gets that nose angle right. Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Mid-range. So that thing's going to slide a bit.
Interesting shot choice. Just playing the path to perfection. That's one of the more unique follow flights you're ever going to see. Just basic skip shot. Anthony, as well as he's been throwing the Luna, that feels pretty bad for the young fella. Still playing extraordinary, though. 5 through 7 is the start you want for sure.
I worry about where he's at. He's not going to lay that up, I don't think.
Uh-huh. I see what you're saying. Oh.
Stick.
Pretty bad luck. I mean, I don't think Calvin's shot was too much worse than Paul's. It was decent pace, but even with decent pace, you still are going to have a little bit of meat left on the bone.
I also worry about Adam.
No kidding.
Just lay it up. Nope. Oh. Same thing as the layup. And you gain a little confidence. Like, yeah, I'm the man. I go for everything. Nothing bad could happen to me. Calvin's been knocking these down. And finally misses one.
Is that inside C1? I mean, not that it really matters. It's a putt he wanted to make. Didn't make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was right at edge.
Yeah.
I think he was just out.
I mean, that only matters for who cares statistics, but
I mean, statistics are important.
I agree. In the sense that if we're going to keep them, they better be right.
Yeah.
And it does tell a nice story. And so far, Calvin's story has been that his putting has been incredible. But
got to make that one, though.
He's going to be losing his stroke to only McBeth. 3 pars on hole 8. Not getting it done.
Oh. How about a little rutabago?
Andrew's been getting it done so far today.
Talk about a putter. Give me that.
Jeez Louise, man. That guy
That's for par.
He is something else.
He's automatic. Played with him first round. And automatic even in the wind with a floaty putt. It's crazy.
I can't quite figure that out. When I see people do that, I'm thinking Chef Curry level of consistency from the 3-point line. Like, how have you trained your body to not have an off day? It's pretty incredible stuff. Hole 9, this is a easy 2-stroke swing, and it could be worse if you get in some trouble. The hole has thinned out over the years. It is a lot easier to get down into the bowl than it has been in the past, but it still has teeth, and this is a hole that's only 519, yet used to be par 5 for good reason.
Checking with Barsby.
It's gonna roll and scooch. The scooch gives him an angle for the forehand. And so, good forward through the corner. Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, boy, Paul.
Hey, you. Catch this.
Yeah, hey. You got hands? I'm just going to send this right into him real quick.
What a 3. What a 3 from back there. You don't
so
see
wacky.
3s from back there.
No. That's so funny. That's just the most Greg Barsby clip we've ever shown. It's so funny.
Paul McBeth tied for first place. I told you there's moments. This is one of them. Doesn't quite get it, though, to the bottom.
And that's
the gap, but...
Forehand roller from
he's
that
pinched.
position. or a layup. I mean, you can go forehand, but you're not getting much.
Adam a little too heavy on the turnover and
Similar.
Yep. Oh, that branch has gotten a lot of people.
Isn't it crazy that it seems like Anthony hasn't brought his best stuff right now, and yet he's 5 under through 8 holes?
Yeah, I think that's this course, honestly.
It's that course, but it also speaks to, I think, his level of greatness and that he has that superstar quality that when he makes a mistake, it just seems so obvious.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Gannon, Ricky,
Yep.
those guys all kind of do the same thing where you're like,
Wow, look at this. Oh, man.
you're like, oh, wow, he's playing bad. Wait, I'm playing good? We're tied?
He's beating me.
yeah, and he's beating me. Oh, good.
There it is. Okay. That was a really good attempt from back there in the fairway. It's going to be some tricky work now to save the par for AB after connecting on one of the last trees available.
And I think that's a kind of a testament to what I was saying earlier, that it's about scoring. And these guys know how to score.
Paul's going to go skyward. He said perfect. What? There's a lot of people right by the basket. What the heck's going on here?
I don't know what's over there.
What did Paul just do?
Spikeheiser over all the trees, which isn't there.
It seems to me that he knew that that was working out terrific. I mean, he said perfect the moment it left his hand. So there must have been a little window there. And man, to find that, to even look for it and to go for it in this situation, brave stuff there.
Heimburg with McBeth seemingly in a little trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Just a bit wide. And I believe Calvin did birdie this the first 2 rounds. So in danger of taking his first par.
Typical spot. Little juicy coming through that little gap. It's so hard to have the right touch to just park this one.
Calvin's going to try to find the little backdoor hyzer.
Yeah, it's okay. Good bid. Hard to miss left with that gap that he had, but he found a way to do it.
AB in some danger now of taking his first bogey of the round. Oh, really solid effort, but it's going to be a 5.
Oh, he got himself a long look.
Wow. How clever. Got to be careful. Doesn't go too far past. This green has always been a little tricky. You always see someone just get a little bit extra movement, maybe a roll away.
And there it is.
Yep, that's it. That's the...
Misses the one high on 8.
Yep.
And then right back to the low miss. Adam makes a good putt. Yeah, but you're right. The screen is tricky. I mean, look at Marweed. Threw it kind of in the spot you're trying to, hits the root, doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So then you have to put a little more on it to clear the roots. You clear the roots and you end up where Calvin did.
Or AB, yeah, exactly. It's hard to get the pace just right where you actually are nestled up.
Simon's been putting in a lot of work and throws a decent shot on 10.
Yeah, it's... You know, when you hit the middle tree like that, you're actually left with a pretty tricky approach. You think, oh, I'm down the middle, it should be fine. It's not. It's tough.
Evan.
Yeah. Evan is... got some bookend bogeys there, but a lot of birdies in between. Yeah, so that shot looked easy. That was not an easy shot. The shape at that distance just had to be perfect, and it was. There's a good look at that smooth toss that we were alluding to yesterday with Evan. He does go a bit long, but now we get to see the smooth putt. There you go. Evan Smith. He gets birdies.
Simon, get tap-ins. Oh, gosh. Spit it out. Simon gets tap-ins.
You did it. It's all good. You got Nico Castro here keeping us on our toes with whether or not he's going to go forehand or lefty backhand or righty backhand or spin putt or loft putt. He's got so many tricks in the bag.
Been playing a long time.
Yes, he has. 2021 champion of this event. In an epic showdown with Kale Visca, coming down to the wire with a clutch throw in hole 17. Probably seen the video before. And that is a chef's kiss. Oh. That came up quite a bit shorter.
I think he hit something, and he was a little...
Looked pretty good.
It looked good, I think, by his reaction. He must have heard it hit something there.
Yep. So good. Also the winner of the Keep Him Guessing What He's Going to Look Like the Next Season award. I mean, this guy appears different every single year.
Yeah,
oh, that's 9 holes.
Yeah, but that putt...
That's
been that way for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
From deep.
Well, 9 holes in the books, and we got a tie at the top with McBeth and Adam Hammis at 25. Marweed and a ton of others are right there on the tails at 24. The 9 holes that we've got left is going to be a sprint to the finish line. It's going to be, who can do it the best?
You got a lot of people in the mix. I mean, look at James Conrad through 11, 22 under par. He birdies out, puts his name in the mix. That's how far down it goes of people who could do a little something.
Jake Mon. Where is he now? 25th place? Oh, we told him to hang on. He just couldn't do it.
15 under, though. Jake, what a round, buddy.
Yeah. Soft hands.
Congratulations.
Soft hands.
That's what happens.
Thanks to the Founders Club. Thank you to everyone who has followed us and subscribed already. And thank you to those who haven't subscribed, because you have an opportunity to do that tonight, right now. Do it. See you guys in the back nine.